What's up, guys? Welcome back to Simply FPL, and it's time for another Sunday night video. I actually need to get a new name for these Sunday night videos. It's hard to know what to name them when we've still got a couple of fixtures left. I just don't fancy doing the video on Monday after work. So, look, most of my players have played by now, and that's usually the case this season. I think they're generally putting the fixtures on a Monday that don't have the big teams. So, if someone can think of a good name to call these Sunday night after 7 game streams or videos, do let me know, and sure, you might get a shout out. So, let's look straight at the team. So here it is. Before we get started, it's been a very, very good game week so far for me. In essence, we've got 8 players played, although only 7 have played, but we don't have a sub for Cancelo, unfortunately. So 8 of the lads down. We've still got Jamie Vardy for captain, and our game week rank has already risen by 200,000 points, or 200,000 points, 200,000 places. So, we're fairly happy. And the Tottenham-Chelsea game that just finished 0-0, absolute dream result for me. 2 Chelsea defenders, Harry Kane blanks. Couldn't have gone any better. So, let's just look at the individual players, shall we? So, first of all, Palace against Newcastle. Look, Mitchell, he's on my bench, but it doesn't look like he's going to get back into that Crystal Palace team. The second I've got a spare transfer, I'm just going to get rid of him. Newcastle, they looked all right. I wasn't really paying attention to the game too much. Wilson, again, just proving that he should be in a lot more teams. But no real interest from me for that game. We dodged a few bullets, though. It was good to see Zaha obviously wasn't playing. And I've seen quite a lot of teams that I'm trying to catch in my mini leagues. They didn't have a sub coming on, so happy days for me. So moving into Saturday, first time I've watched a Liverpool game in I don't know how many seasons where I don't have a single Liverpool player. In fact, I didn't have a player for either team. So in my head, I wanted it to be 1-1 with 2 own goals would have been ideal. But look, Salah got himself an assist, a Jota goal. We dodged. If we'd have been offered that at the start of the game, we'd have taken it. So look, we didn't fall too far behind all the lads who had Salah and Jota. But could have been better, could have been worse. Man City against Burnley. So this was a tricky one for me because I've got a few really big bets on this season. And one of the guys in one of my big bet leagues had De Bruyne captain. So although I wanted De Bruyne to get points, I didn't want him to get points at the same time because it just means I've got to catch him by more. So I said before the game, I'll let De Bruyne get 10. Otherwise, I'll be disappointed. And sure, he hit exactly 10. If it had been 12, maybe I'd have felt a bit gutted about that. Just again, only because of the other guy having him as captain. But sure, Man City look brilliant, right? They pretty much, there's a chance that this is now going to kick on. They've got amazing fixtures coming up. I think it's a good time to own City assets. Big shock that Sterling obviously didn't get on the pitch. Foden dropped again. So Pep Roulette in full swing. I think Kevin De Bruyne is one of the few guaranteed players. So got 10 points. Cancelo, what a heartbreaker for me. I don't think anyone really knew if he was going to be guaranteed a spot. Like, there was reasons why he might and reasons why he might not. But unfortunately, it looks like he's definitely not guaranteed his spot. So I'm in no rush to get rid of him because I'm aiming to start playing a 3-5-2 now going forward. I'll be subbing Barkley likely for Jota going forward. So I don't need that 4th defender. But once I've got a spare transfer, I'll probably swap Cancelo for Diaz. Seems like the obvious swap. Or if I need to free up budget, I might swap it for a Leeds defender, someone like Dallas. So Cancelo's time in my team, it's already numbered. The gamble did not pay off, unfortunately. But again, he's going to be in there next week, so let's see what happens. So next game, Everton against Leeds. As I say most videos, I am an Everton fan, so I was fairly sick watching that game. What a tense game, but ultimately Everton just not good enough. Looking at the players, James Rodriguez, I just think he must be the unluckiest fantasy football asset so far in the last 5 or 6 games. Scored a goal, millimeters offside, got an assist, and then Godfrey was just in the keeper's sight, and the keeper wasn't getting there anyway, so actually it didn't make a difference. But sure, the offside rule is the offside rule. On another day, he gets a goal, assist, and 3 points. He leaves again with 2 points, and I'm just it's unbelievable how few points he's got this season for the amount of chances he's been involved in. But sure, look, I'm giving him one more week, and he's pretty much gone after that. So Everton have Burnley next. So look, Burnley off they obviously don't have Nick Pope, so hopefully James can get us some points there. Calvert-Lewin had a few chances, but look, he's only failed to. It's only the second time he's not got an attacking return. Maybe it was the first time. Either way, he's still not going anywhere from my team. Still confident I'm going to be holding him medium to long term. He's already gone up in price by like 0.8 or 9 million. So if I got rid of him to get him back, it's just going to cost me a huge amount of value. And I'm perfectly happy owning him. He's going to get the bulk of Everton's goals. Although if I didn't have Calvert-Lewin now and wanted an Everton striker, probably go for a Richarlison. He's actually cheaper than him now. And I think they both kind of have a chance at contributing the same amount of points over the course of a season. On to Leeds then. Bamford, he was very unlucky not to rack up a serious amount of points in that game. Again, non-Bamford owners like myself, delighted to get out of that game without him pinging in a goal or two. So I'm still planning on bringing him in eventually, but I'm glad I'm glad he was kept at bay for this game. And you know what? Rafinha looked unbelievable. We'll talk about him a bit more in a slide or two, but 5.4 million. I mean, I'm very, very much considering him. He was unplayable, just looked brilliant. Same with Dallas. He's almost playing in a number 10 role in defence. So, look, I don't have any Leeds players, but I think over the next few weeks, I could be seriously tempted to get one, maybe two guys in there to accompany Bamford, who's already on his way into my team. So, yeah, lots to look at. West Brom, Sheffield United. Who cares? Didn't even watch it. One of the few games this season I've not watched. Fairly happy I didn't watch it by the sound of things. Moving into today then. So Southampton go 2-0 up against United. Just Ward-Prowse. The funny thing about Ward-Prowse is he could go the rest of the season without getting another goal. But I think a lot of people are going to be bringing him in pure panic. But not me. So, look, he had another good game today. But, I'm not going to be looking to get him in. And Fernandes got himself 10 points on another day. Again, it could have been 20. He's just... That one chance he missed in the first half, he pings that in 95% of the time. So, look, I'm actually very, very much considering keeping Fernandes long-term instead of Salah. So, read a stat on Twitter. I wish I could remember which FPL account said it to give them credit, but basically the nuts of it was Fernandes, I think he gained 35... Since Fernandes joined United, he's got 35 points more than Salah has in the exact same time frame. 30-something points anyway. So that stat alone is potential reason to keep him long term. I mean, he's like $1.5 million cheaper than Salah. And interesting. Now that Jota's also obviously in the mix, it could get really interesting for Liverpool. And finally, the game that's just finished, and I am delighted. Before the game, I said 0-0 is perfect. Guys in my big bet leagues that I've got have Harry Kane, and I've got two Chelsea defenders. So 0-0 would have been perfect. If I could get an attacking return from Chilwell or James, even more perfect. But look, 0-0, perfect. 4 bonus points going in there, 15 points between the two defenders. Son wasn't really involved, but look, that was exactly how Mourinho set up today. He would have taken an 0-0 before, and with 20 minutes to go, you could see he was not interested in trying to win the game if it meant he could potentially lose it. So I'm still happy to keep Son medium to long term, I think. Look, that's probably going to be one of the hardest games I'll play all season, and they didn't look terrible. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. But not a huge amount to think about. I think I'm going to keep the two Chelsea defenders probably long term, maybe most of the season. They just look so solid defensively, and Mendy he's so secure in goal. It just makes Chelsea fans must be very excited by that defense and keeper, the way it's kind of set up. It really is set up to concede few goals. So moving on to tomorrow. This is where the excitement happens. Like if Jamie Vardy has his party and bags himself 2 or more goals, I'm going to fly up the rankings. If he can find his way of getting 10 points or more, double to 20 points or more with the captaincy, we're going to be really in good shape moving into the next week. So Kufal Martinez, I'll be delighted if just one of the teams gets a clean sheet. So 0-0 is what we're hoping for. But if just one of them gets a clean sheet and I can get a goal from Vardy, probably looking at another 30 points there. 72 points this week would be unbelievable. Break the 70-point mark this week and you've had green arrows everywhere. It's been a tough week for a lot of players. So yeah, keep an eye on those 2 games and yeah, fingers crossed for me. So, game week points right now, 42. Overall rank, we're in the top 700,000. Slowly getting there. The green arrows are slowly coming. I think our consistency in our decision making for the medium term has really helped. So, yeah, and the team looks good again going forward. So, what we're going to do now is just go through 4 potential knee-jerk subs. So, I think I'm going to make my sub today or tomorrow because I'm worried that the price rise is going to happen. So, I maybe won't make it too obvious right now, or maybe I will. We'll see what I say in the next few slides. But these are the guys I'm potentially considering knee-jerking. Callum Wilson, then. He's been unbelievable this season. 67 points. Like, that's only 6 points less than Salah. He's 6.5 million. He's 7.4 points per game. He just looks very, very good. And Newcastle, they don't have any other players to really get them goals right now. So he's involved in all of them. Like, he got the assist and the goal yesterday. So, yeah, I think for his price, if I had a wild card, he'd be in my team. In fact, if I had a wild card, all 4 of these lads I'm going to show you would definitely be in my team. But he's got 4 good fixtures coming up. And, yeah, someone I'm considering bringing in sooner rather than later. Diogo Jota. I wish I jumped on him a few weeks ago when me and pretty much everyone, I guess, started talking about him. Even if he is a rotation risk, at 6.8 million, he's the same as having a Mane. Like, he's not on penalties, basically, and he's going to get just as many attacking returns per minute, in my opinion. So he's going to be a no-brainer in my team. Fairly sure I'll bring him in this week. Spoiler alert. So, yeah, he's averaging over 9 points per 90 minutes. He's going to be a rotation risk, so beware of that and don't be too good if it happens. But when he plays, his value is going to be the best in the game. Easy. So, okay fixtures coming up in the next 4, and then he's got some really good fixtures. So, look, if he can keep his spot, which I don't see why he wouldn't keep his spot, he's playing so well, he's going to be a no-brainer. And that's 6.8 million. Already gone up by 0.3. It's probably going to be close to 8.5 by the end of the season. It could, in fact, be more. Like, if he was a £9.5 million midfielder right now, he'd be in a lot more teams. I just think people are worried when they see 6.8 million. So, yeah, it's a psychological trick, that. But, yeah, he's probably going to be in my team very, very soon. Riyad Mahrez, 45 points, although most of them were yesterday, averaging 6.1 points per 90 minutes. 8.2 million. If you could nail down a City midfielder for that price right now, it would be a no-brainer. Problem is Pep Roulette. Now, one thing that surprised me, though, I thought he'd played a lot less than he had. He's only been dropped twice in the 10 games. He's played almost 8 full games. So maybe he's not at that much risk. So, do you know, I'm really considering ahead of Sterling right now. So, yeah, let me know what you think about that one, because I think... I don't know. He's so greedy. Like, I mean, the amount of times yesterday he took a ridiculous, unnecessary shot when he could have just squared the ball. In fact, his second goal, either his first or second goal, which was a beaut into the corner, he had to square that to Jesus. Like, he scores that 5% of the time. Like, if he squares it to Jesus, it's a goal 100% of the time. So, look, he's greedy, and that's what you love as a fantasy football manager. Finally, Rafinha. So, a lot of people have probably never even heard of him before yesterday. I know Leeds fans had heard of him, and also a few lads that follow football in other countries have obviously heard of him. But 5.4 million looked unplayable yesterday. He's only got 15 points, but bear in mind he's only played 234 minutes of football, so the points per 90 is actually pretty good. 5.4 million. He's going to be that 5th midfielder for so many teams. I think I would potentially take out James Rodriguez next week for him, free up the 2.3 million. And I could use that so well in defence or up front. So I'm really excited by Rafinha. I'll keep an eye on him next week. But like, he's got tough fixtures coming up. But I just think Leeds, for their price, they're almost fixture proof in the sense that it doesn't matter if they do amazing in each game because their price is just so good. So yeah, keep an eye on Rafinha, however you pronounce that. So those are the 4 lads I'd be considering for a knee jerk into the team straight away. And that is the end of that video. So slightly longer one than usual. Usually get them in about 10 minutes. Had a lot of requests for people saying do a live stream at some point. So look, I'm still trying to weigh up the pros and cons. There's a few really good live streams out there on YouTube already. Andy at Let's Talk FPL. It's one that I watch that chap probably for several hours a week. So I definitely am not going to try and clash with his streams. And then there's a few other good ones as well. So look, I just need to work out a good time. And then also, is anyone even going to watch it? Like, again, although we've now broke the 1,600 subscriber mark, which is unbelievable considering we only started 2 months ago, still be good to maybe wait till we get, I don't know, let's aim for 2,500 subscribers. So if you're watching to this point and you've not hit the subscribe button, appreciate you watching this far, but obviously you're enjoying the content, so hit that subscribe button, and once we get to 2,500 subscribers, we'll potentially get a live stream out there. So look, I'm gonna go downstairs now and watch the Arsenal game. Don't really care about the results, to be honest with you, because I don't think even anyone has any of their players anymore. But yeah, and then we'll see you in the week for Game Week 11. Take it easy, guys.